There's a song that I know. If you listen, I know you will love it. It's in my heart with all its rhythm and the purpose it holds that's within. Oh, we tunka, oh, we kabare. Ai chigezi, chigezi, mama.
Those who are familiar with the song can join in.
There's a song that I know. If you listen, I know you will love it. It's in my heart with all its rhythm and the purpose it holds that's within. Oh, we tunka, oh, we kabare. Ai chigezi, chigezi, mama.
Those who are familiar with the song can join in.
There's a song that I know. If you listen, I know you will love it. It's in my heart with all its rhythm and the purpose it holds that's within. Oh, we tunka, oh, we kabare. Ai chigezi, chigezi, mama.
Those who are familiar with the song can join in.
please introduce yourself?
Godfrey, Brian Kalera Malindwa. We're celebrating our 55th Ugandan independence. It happens on the 9th of October, but because of busy schedules, we had to move it forward to the 14th, which is also my wife's birthday.
Wow, so you're having two birthdays in one.
Celebrating two birthdays in one today.
That's very good. Now, what's your feeling about the whole Independence Day?
It's a long journey. It's been, I shouldn't say independence per se, I should say Africa is still moving. No, I'm not only speaking about Uganda, I'm speaking about the whole of Africa. It's a long journey. We're still taking baby steps. It feels like it's 55 years. If I said you're 55, you're still a young man. You still have a lot to achieve. So we still have a long way to go, and we're still on that journey for proper independence.
Absolutely. Now, how significant is this day for the community here and back in Uganda?
It's a big day for us in a way that a lot of our people come together. This is the only day they sacrifice the 6 hours or 7 hours. That way they have to be here. We enjoy all together as Africans, as Ugandans, so that we can pay our respects to the independence.
My name's Mrs. Rose Nakaketo Sechimpi. I'm glad to be here in Australia.
All right. How long have you been in Australia for?
I've just been here for 1 year and 7 months.
You're still very fresh.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're here. How important is this day?
It is so important because for one reason, we as Ugandans, we had to grow up and we have to have our independence and manage our own things.
And how important is it for Ugandans to keep their culture and display in a beautiful way like that?
It is so important for one reason that because we are giving birth to children, they have to know our background, they have to know where we come from, and most importantly, as we adults, we have to know that though we are here in Australia, but it needs us to go back and know where we come from. And in any case, if possible, go back and help to people so that our country grows up. Yeah.
And your last message to the Ugandans both in Melbourne, Australia, as well as back home. What message have you got for them?
Just to be in oneness. That is the most important thing, and to love one another. That is how we are going to go on. Otherwise, if we keep fighting each other, we can't go anywhere, or we can't reach anywhere. We have to be one. That is the only thing that I want.
My name is Gerard in Subuga, Kagwa. The independence is going on well. Yeah, so many people have come. Yes.
Have you been dancing already?
Oh yeah, we have started dancing.
I haven't seen you yet.
Yeah, you will see me. Yeah.
All right. And what message have you got for the people out there about the importance of this day?
One of the major importance of this day is that we come together, we see each other, because we work hard here, It's very hard to visit friends, but when we come here, we interact, we talk about our lives here in Melbourne and so forth, eat, drinking and dancing. But on that, this gathering makes us to become united. In Uganda there is a division, as you know, politics is. But here, we don't tolerate with politics. Here we are just as one person, one people, and one community.
So politics is dividing you, but here it's not.
No, here we don't tolerate. We don't give a chance or platform for politics. Yes.
Don't talk about Museveni, don't talk about all these other issues there.
No, here we don't talk about Museveni, yes. Museveni is in Uganda, but here no. That's why we don't invite politicians on our celebrations.
My name is Stella Nakato Proctor. I'm here because I'm Ugandan, and I happen to have migrated to Australia, so it's my second home. But I'm here to support, to be part of my country, to be proud of my country as we celebrate the 55 years of independence.
How long have you been in Australia for?
8 years.
And how's everything in Australia, life in Australia?
Life in Australia is good. If you're working, life is good. If you don't work, fortunately as Ugandans, we don't have any Ugandan who is not working. We're all working. Life is good. we make our money, send some to our families, and then we look after ourselves too.
All right. I'm assuming you're a mother. You have children.
I am.
How important is it to keep the Ugandan culture for the children in Australia?
It's really important. We actually want to let the kids know about our traditions. We really need to keep our culture. Had it not been because we had culture, maybe we wouldn't have come out the way we are. Maybe we wouldn't be responsible. But learning our culture is good for them. They'll know where they come from. We don't want the kids to be like lost sheep. We need them to retain, to know where they came from, to know where they belong. Much as they can speak English, we also want them to speak their other languages. We normally serve our traditional dishes here so that they can know that this is the main food. This is our tradition. We dress up in our traditional ways, as you saw before, because we're proud of our cultures. We really think of our culture as the foundation of our lives.
Helen, we find you here. Why are you here?
I'm here because it's important for me to be here as the state's Multicultural Commission, because events like this not just celebrate diversity but champion diversity, and they enrich not just the community that's present but those of us that don't get to experience the cultural strength of our communities. So for me, it's incredibly important to be here. It gives me historical context, it gives me contemporary context, it gives me a really strong and wonderful understanding of how we come together, how we truly celebrate culture, and that culture will march on regardless. So it's a wonderful pleasure and a privilege to be here, and to be invited in the way that I have been, I can only say it touches me deeply.
And your last message to the broader African Australian community out there?
I just think, you know, the African community, for me, it's the most special community to be involved in. They are strong, beautiful, resilient, always championing diversity in a way that so many of us can learn from. So my message to them is keep doing what you're doing, because the rest of us are learning, growing and benefiting from this in such a profound way. So yeah, celebrate, keep doing the wonderful work that you're doing, and thank you so much for inspiring all of us.
Well, you know, first of all, Uganda is the pearl of Africa, and we have to have a lot of color. And when you look at a pearl, it glitters and you see different colors from different angles. But what I love about the Ugandan community is their gentleness. But when you look at the community as well, you see lots of leaders, some that have already established, but also a lot of emerging leaders. So I think today is about celebrating those successes, but also reflecting on the journey of the people who sacrificed for us to be here today.
My name is Regina Todorova. I'm a Senior Constable of Police. I work in the Prosecutions Department. Firstly, I've been invited to attend, so thank you very much for the invitation. I'm also here to celebrate, obviously, the 55th independence for Uganda, and just to be part of the community and to have fun. One or two things that attracted my attention tonight was the sense of togetherness, the sense of inclusivity, the invitation that anybody can be a part of this, regardless of what your connection is, that you're welcome to be here, and the fashion parade. That was quite fun to see.
It's Independence Night. First I want to know, all of you, what's your name?
Maria. Agnes.
Elsie.
Mary.
Okay, now you're here. Tell me why you're here tonight.
To celebrate my country.
Celebrate the freedom of the country. To celebrate my country's 55th anniversary.
To celebrate Uganda.
Why is it important now for Ugandans to come together and celebrate?
Because we all get together and we're all it's all one family or one big unity, as we live in Australia. So it's really important that we all have that special bond, and we all are able to celebrate that freedom that we have, even though we're not in Uganda still, but at least we're celebrating it somehow, and we all get together, and it's
It's a significance of unity and hard work from all the people who tried to get Uganda to be not colonized by British countries, and also have freedom for themselves as people of Uganda, and not people governing over them or taking restrictions about their country in how to rule it and program it.
It's important because we as Ugandans should know our culture and know what's going on there, even though we live here in Australia. And also we should pass it on to our children, the next generation.
What's your name?
Maridina,
How old are you?
10,
Why are you here tonight?
because it's Independence Day.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
All right. What's your last message to all the other Ugandan kids and young people growing up in Australia?
I think maybe like stick to your roots, because that is always what's going to define who you are. And if you celebrate like yourself and your culture and you like embrace that, it really does show like who you are, like your identity a lot. And it's really important that you hold on to that for as long as you can.
To remind yourself you have a good background, and also like know where you come from and learn more about it. Like if you come here, you get to know more stuff about your country and what happened, and a little few more stuff. And also you could have fun.
Good.
To never forget where you came from, and yeah.
To not forget who you are.
Okay, thank you very much, girls. I appreciate your time, yeah? Dr. Apollo, we find you here. It's the celebration of Ugandan's independence. Tell us what you feel.
It's been an increased expansion of attendance and participation by the Ugandans. And given that we've got a bigger place to operate from, and at the same time recognizing that Ugandans are increasing in numbers, they are increasing in activities, but they are also recognizing that they need their identity to be proud back at home as part of their congregation within a multicultural sector of Australia, within Victoria.
Now, I'm quite surprised of the number of Ugandans. I did 2 Independence Day before. The number was small. Now it's much bigger. So the community is growing a lot.
The community is growing, not so much that new kids are born or many arrivals, but I think there is more participation by those that were there that were not so active at that point, that they now see the need to identify themselves as Ugandans within an association.
And what has triggered that change?
I think the change has come because of the kind of support and the collaboration that they see coming from the community, but also for greater horizons of things they have actually seen to be beneficial through the organization, and also more and more recognition of Ugandans as an association by the power and authority within Victoria.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Moses Otiek. I am the president of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa in Victoria Association. That's a long name, but in summary, it's the Ugandan community in Victoria.
Well, Moses, it's obviously a very big night for you tonight. Tell us why it is an important night.
Reality, it's a very important night because it is an opportunity for all people who are affiliated to Uganda to get together. The excuse is to celebrate the Independence Day of Uganda. And so that's why we meet. It draws Ugandans all over the world together as communities. And we do the same thing here.
Now, I've participated at a couple of Independence Day for Uganda previously. I see now the community is growing big time. What's going on?
What's going on, man? There is a fire happening.
Yeah.
There is a wave going on. People are waking up to realize that they need to be connected. In July, we conducted a poll within the community asking them why they want to continue being affiliated with the Ugandan community. And 44% of the people who participated in the poll, there's about 80 people that participated, they said it is for the community support and networking within the community. It's very important for them to socialize, really important, because people are having a growing need to associate, to get out of their shell and be part of something. Now, we are part of the Ugandan community here, but we are also a part of the African community, and we're part of the Australian community. So we're actually getting more and more involved in things through this Ugandan community we're doing. So that's why we get together, and we are getting more and more people because it's real and it's working.
It's real, it's working. And do you do you think that there is a need for people to even be able to network better so that will improve their socio-economic status?
It goes automatically. The more people you know, the more exposure you get, and the more industries you get associated to. If I meet you in the street as a person you've never met, the likelihood of you offering me an opportunity is less than if you knew me beforehand. And that is how we're getting to know each other. It's interesting. A lot of people get surprised when they meet a person within the community who is an acclaimed athlete in the Australian community, who is a successful entrepreneur in the Australian society, simply because they have not been exposed. Hello, we have those people here and we need to know them. So that's what we're doing.
Any specific issues that you might be experiencing in your communities that you'll have to talk about, or is everything hunky-dory?
You know, the biggest issue we have is the issues that are related to the country that we all affiliated to, Uganda. And it's a lot of political upheaval. And people have history and memories that in most cases are negative. But look, we all have similar background, right? And we are here in Australia as residents and make this our home. So that, out of all the issues we have in the community, is that issue of history, negative history. Being a community that recognizes this, we try and make this more comfortable for people who've come from that background to live here and confidently call Australia home and come out without shame or fear to do what they do best, being themselves. So bringing people out of their shell, that is what we strive to do.
Naye mbaniriza mbasanyukidde balaba bampita mukulu mulindu wanzaalibwa Ntinda wa Muzeeyi Muwonge kyengezaako okugamba olunaku luno kyembadde ngezaako okwogera mu lufuutifuuti olunaku lubadde luwanvu naye independence tukyali it's still a struggle and it's still a journey. So tukwate mpola mpola, tubeere bakkakkamu, abavubuka tukole n'amaanyi, abakadde tubawe ekitiibwa, ate ne Uganda yaffe tugiwe ekitiibwa, n'Africa, Mama Africa nayo yennyini tugiwe respect, okubanga without Mama Africa tetusobola kubeera wano.
Ab'emikwano nsanyusa obbalaba ndi wano mu Australia, tuli mu kujaguza olunaku olw'ameefuga, naye olunaku lubadde lulungi nnyo, tusanyuse, tubadde bulungi, abategesi bategese bulungi, naye kyensaba bannayuganda bonna abali mu Australia n'abalala abali mu Uganda abanaalaba message eno oba abanaalaba obubaka buno, nsaba ekintu kimu, tubeere bumu, kubanga buli lwe tubeera obumu Abaganda bagera olugero nti agali awamu gegaluma ennyama. Tujja kugenda mu maaso, eggwanga lyaffe lijja kukulaakulana, tujja kutuuka bwe twagala bwe tuba nga tuli bumu.
Bannayuganda mwenna gye muli, olwaleero tukuziza olunaku lw'ameefuga ga Uganda. Tulwejumirizaamu kubanga lutugasse nnyo, abantu tugenze tuweera bangi abalujjamu, era n'abo atannajja tubakoowoola okulaba nga mujja. Olunaku luno terubeeramu lwa byabufuzi, era wano ewaffe Melbourne tetulina byabufuzi, wabula tukolera wamu nga community okulaba nga tufaayo okubeera nga tubeera bumu ate okukolagana era n'enkulaakulana.
All right. Say something in your language to your fellow Ugandans out there.
Ugandans everywhere, mwena bannayuganda gye muli, abali mu diaspora, abaliwa, tusaba buli mwena buli omu ayagale ensi ye, mwagale Uganda, muzimbe Uganda. Wezimbe nga gwe omuntu naye n'eggwanga olizimbe. Abaana bayigirize ewaabwe, bayigirize ennono yaabwe, bayigirize obwajjajja. Abaana tobaleka bayige Luzungu lwokka olw'okuba babeera eno Bulaaya, naye basomese ne traditions, basomese ennono, olulimi, obuwangwa. Abaana babeere nga bamanyi enva gye bava.